So now I'm at the Dianjiang Shimo Douhua Xiaozhen, and here I'm about to understand and find out more about how the douhua in Dianjiang is different from the douhua in other places in China. So let's check it out. So douhua is a kind of Chinese tofu that has the consistency of pudding, and it's actually broken into 7 steps, and they're right here on the wall in detail. So let me go through each one of them with you. The first one is selection of the tofu beans or yellow beans. Obviously very important, because if the beans aren't high quality, then the resultant tofu won't be high quality. The next step, as you guys saw already, is soaking the beans in water. That way they can be ground, which is the next step, is grinding the beans using that grinder that we have here. And the next step is filtering out the water from the bean curd. And after you fill out the water, then it's boiled even more to get the consistency of the tofu down to that pudding type of consistency that you find in Dianjiang douhua. Then the next step is curing the tofu. So that kind of gives it that special flavor using a curing method they have here. And then the last step is just cutting the tofu, which is basically getting the tofu ready to eat. So those are the 7 steps of making douhua tofu. I'm grinding yellow beans to make the kind of tofu, and the beans go in the hole there at the top of the stone and fall in between the 2 stones and grind into that yellow or whitish kind of substance we see leaking out of there, and then it drips into that barrel, and that would be the douhua that we're going to eat later on. This is one of the steps in making douhua. So now we are filtering the tofu and through this filter here to get rid of some of the excess water. In Chongqing, the condiments are very, very important. And as you can see, there's lots of them, 24 to be exact. And I'm gonna try my hand at mixing one together right now. I don't know what like half the stuff is, but yeah, this is prickly pepper and zhima, sesame seed, and I want to put a lot of this stuff in here. So this is Dianjiang's douhua, and douhua is a kind of tofu. For those of you who don't know, douhua is basically a congealed type of tofu with the consistency of pudding. It looks like this, it looks like pudding if you shake it, and it's a kind of tofu. Dianjiang's douhua is special because of 3 reasons. One, it has a consistency of a kind of spongy pudding. It's more spongy than the other kinds of douhua. And the second reason is the curing process that is used is special here in Dianjiang. They use a quick curing process, and the curing process involves lots of like a special kind of gravy and organic process that happens. It's really hard to explain in English, but basically they cure it in a way and then gives it that kind of yellowish flavor. And the third reason is because look at all of these ingredients. There's so many here. We've got like green spice peppers, red spice peppers, garlic, all kinds of stuff, tons and tons of ingredients here. And that normally is a lot more than usually what Chongqing people eat in their douhua. This is a lot of spices. People eat it like this. They take the douhua like this, like a little piece of it, and put it in the spice. And then you could either eat it with rice or other stuff. Yeah, good. So today I had a really great experience at the Kaizhi Mountain Tourist Area here in Dianjiang, Chongqing. looked at lots of flowers, learned lots of history, and I had a really good time here learning how to make douhua, a traditional kind of Chinese tofu. So if you guys get the chance, if you're in Chongqing and you want a really interesting day trip, come here to Dianjiang, Chongqing, and check out all the history and cool stuff this place has to offer. And for more interesting stuff and life on the spicy side, check out our website at iChongqing.info.